What's happening YouTube, and welcome back to episode 14 of my Slimming World Diaries. Yeah, they're up, hands are up, I've got to hold them up. I'm starting again with an apology. It's Sunday evening, the videos are supposed to be up Friday morning. It just got away from me this week again. Last week obviously I was out at the rugby, and obviously it took till Sunday to be able to get in front of the camera again. This week the grandparents, my wife's mum and dad, have not been so well, so they couldn't have the kids on Friday, which they normally do. The wife is on mat leave, so she started last week. The baby's due next Saturday, so she's now on mat leave obviously. The wife had the kids. My boss was off last week, he was on holiday, so I was covering his work as well. So work was hectic, I was starting earlier. Obviously the kids are in the house playing and doing what kids do, so it's just too noisy to film. So apologies, I'm getting around to it now. So yeah, as I said to you when I first started this, my plan was for Friday mornings. Sometimes life's going to get in the way. Sorry, I'll try and not let it happen again, but I'm not saying it never will. Right, so how I did at weigh-in. Yes, I lost half a pound, which was exactly what I needed to hit the 3.5 stones off. Now, it was 14 weigh-ins. I'll have to figure out which ones. I think I'm on, this is 14 weeks, 13 weigh-ins, and I got the 3.5 stone, which obviously I'm made up with. What's made it even better was Good Friday, I got annihilated. I went out, I've not drank for ages properly, went out and we were on, I think the game kicked off at 3 or half 3, and by the time we got to the game, me and the boys, we'd all had like 6 or 7 pints each, so it was only going to go downhill from there. I carried on drinking. I came home, so the wife tells me about 9 o'clock with a kebab, a doner kebab. I don't eat them. I'd never had them when I was drunk before. I don't know why. Now I'm sitting there going, well, I'll have a doner kebab. I got the hottest chili sauce they do. I'm not really a spicy food eater. Not that bad anyway. It was like one of them Adam Richman Man versus Foods. I just literally sat there shoving it into my mouth and not chewing, just getting as much as I could in because it was hurting that much. That's why my throat was so bad on Sunday. I felt like I'd been kicked down the throat. My guts were hurting and my stomach was off until Thursday. I really was. It just, I shouldn't have done it. I should have just, not for weight loss or anything other than that, just for simply, it battered me for 4 or 5 days. At the end of Good Friday, or waking up on the Saturday and working back what I could remember of the drinks I'd had and the food I ate, and I was over 200 sins already. I'm 175 in a week. I was already over 200 sins just on Good Friday. So how I managed to lose is just ridiculous. I mean, I walked everywhere all week. I was walking upwards of 5-6 miles a day. I did more on the Sunday because I took my little girl out again on that long walk I do. And I just gained it. I did as much as I can. I took my sin levels right down. I got on unfortunately, my exercise bike has gone kaputski. It stopped working, but it was working at the start of last week, so I got a couple of nights in on that, but it's broken on me now. The plugging it into the socket, the plug pin itself has gone into the unit, and it's a sealed unit. I've put batteries in it, but that doesn't seem to be. So I've been having a think, and I think when I do eventually get down to the 18 stone mark, I'm going to rejoin the gym. But yeah, it was a hard week. It was probably the most killer week I've done, and to only lose half a pound, meaning for all the exercise I did, for the lack of sins, for the speed food, for the for everything, watching everything I was eating. It shows how much damage I'd done on Good Friday to only lose half, because I did less the week before and lost 4.5, but I didn't have that 200 sin Friday in there. So over the moon, 3.5 stones. 3 months in, I'm into the 4th month now. I'll hopefully hit 4 stone before the end of the month, and I'll be going a stone a month. There was a picture. My wife found a picture from our holiday towards the end of last year. We went to Centre Park, so the kids went with the brother-in-law and his wife and their little girl. And there's a picture that she found. It's on Facebook. It's on my profile. I was tagged in it at the time. I didn't think anything of it, And I saw the picture and I went out on Friday night. It was my uncle's retirement do, and my wife took a picture before I was going out, I thought, well, let's see, if I can get a bad picture or a picture of me at Christmas, which I suppose are bad pictures, and compare them like that. Anyway, I've gone out and she sent me the picture. She'd done it on the pic collage, and she sent me the picture, and I was just gobsmacked. Absolutely gobsmacked. I'll put that picture up here now if I can. Yeah, so as you can see, there's a massive difference. People talk about body dysmorphia and things like that, and I don't think I've ever had that. I've just always seen a big lad. I look in the mirror, there's a big fella looking back at me. I never thought I was enormous. I never thought I looked enormous. That picture on the left, clearly shows I was. I'm not finished. I'm nowhere near the finished product. Still 2.5 stone to go. Went out yesterday. I was at the Trafford Centre with the wife, and I haven't had a burrito since I started all this. I used to love burritos, and I thought, you know what, I'm having a burrito, and I'll work the sins out. And I did, and they were $37 just for a burrito. So, including everything that was on it. So this week's going to be another slog, because I'm starting, high on the sin value. So it's going to be another slog, but we're going to go at it. What we lose, I'd like to. You see, the thing is, I said this, and I'm going to be honest here, and I said this to Helen at weigh-in on Thursday. I nearly didn't go to weigh-in on Thursday. I was adamant I was going to put 2 or 3 pounds on after Good Friday, and my ego, for lack of a better word, doesn't want to have a week where I haven't lost. I don't want to have my ego, whatever you want to call it, doesn't want to have a week where I've not lost weight, even maintained. I don't want to do it. Deep down, I don't want to do it. If it does happen, it's not the end of the world, and I think that's what I've got to understand. And I spoke to the wife on Thursday daytime, and I was saying, I don't think I'm going to go. I'm going to take a holiday, and I'll go back next week, and I'll have lost, and I'll not put on in it. And she said, no, you mustn't do that. Because you're not being honest to yourself. And she's right, I wasn't. You've got to go. If it's a bad week, it's a bad week. You've gained or you maintained. You've got to go. You've got to, because you'll beat yourself up over it if you don't go, because you'll have gone. You've took the easy way out. You've gone, okay, I had a bad week this week. I'll take a holiday and I'll kick it to arse next week. And and you're weighing under and nobody knows it. You've got to own it. You've got to own this. You've got to own what you're eating. You've got to, you're overweight, you're fat, you're unhappy with your weight. Obviously, there's certain situations, medical reasons, but that 99 times out of 100, it's because of you. It's because of what you choose to do, what you choose to put in your body, the exercise you choose not to do. And you've got to own that. You've got to own it. You've got to turn around and say, I'm like this because of the life choices I've made. And until you do that, you're never going to be able to lose weight and keep it off. I feel like I'm doing that now. I'm not naive enough to think I'm 3.5 months in, I've lost 3.5 stone, that's it, I'm done, I'm good. No. I've got to get to my target yet, which is 16 stone, another 2.5 stone, and I've got to keep the weight off. I hope I can do it. I feel confident that I can do it. I've always been big. All my adult life I've been big. So going down, losing 6 stone, going down to 16 stone, I might look daft. But we'll see when we get there. Anyway, guys, I've waffled on a lot longer than I anticipated doing. So thank you so much for listening to me, as you always are. The support has been fantastic. There's other channels following me now, subscribing, and I'm subscribing to them, and I'm learning things from them, recipes and tips. And when it's hard and when you're feeling like, I just want to eat something, I just want to drink that beer, I just want to, and I'm seeing other people going through the same thing, and it reiterates that you're trying to make yourself better. Again, thank you all for the support. I hope you've had a great weekend. I hope you're enjoying what's left of it. As always, don't forget to hit that subscribe, hit that bell, hit those buttons, and I'll see you all some more.